Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're going to start our first video in the series of how to build the Viking model rocket. And if you get this all done and do it successfully, we'll put an engine in it and we'll launch it. This thing goes up really fast, really high in the air, and it's a sweet project. Mine's pretty boring looking because I haven't finished painting it, but you're going to get to paint it any colors you want, stripes or any sort of pattern. Also, you can use stuff from the Cricut to decorate it with cool decals and things like that. So we're going to get started. So the first thing I want to do is we're going to use scissors to cut off the top of the bag. I've already done that. And we're going to put our parts not on a table, nothing like that. Your parts should never touch a table. I want your parts to stay in here, in your storage bin that we provide you. You can also open this little bag here, but be careful not to cut anything in there. So I've got my stuff out. Make sure you keep the fins in here until we're ready to use them. It's important not to break those out. We need our instruction booklet. This is just an advertisement, so you can take this part and you can discard this and get rid of it. You can also get rid of your plastic bags because you won't really need those anymore. All right, so we're going to open up our instruction manual. There's some stuff that you're going to need later on up front here. For right now, we're going to open it up to the first page, and we're going to complete this step right here, which is just simply gluing together our nose cone. So I'm going to grab the two pieces that we're going to need, and also I'm going to need some super glue for this step. So we're going to need this piece and this piece. So now for this video, man, there's nothing magical about what's going to happen. All I'm going to do is I'm going to do step 1, 2, and then 3. Step 1, we put a little bit of glue on the inside ring. Step 2, we put this on. Might want to wiggle it around and then we let it dry. Pretty simple. So here I have all the things you're going to need. I have this just to spread the glue around a little bit, so I'm just going to grab this. And be careful with this stuff. It can really come out. We don't need a ton of it, just enough to cover a bead around there. Okay, so I've gotten a piece of paper. I don't want this glue to get stuck to the table, so put down something underneath it, just like a scrap piece of paper. And here we go. We're going to just take this, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a bead of glue. Whoa, it's really thin. Just around here. So I just kind of hold it down and roll it around. Bead of glue there. If you need to, you can spread it with this. And then be careful not to get it on your fingers too much. And you're just going to close that up. You can twist it a little bit to make sure it spreads around. Ooh, that's a little bit thin. Might put a little more in there. There we go. And we're going to hold that in there. At first it won't stick, but when that glue dries, it should be good to go. So I'm just going to set that there and leave it there to dry for a few minutes. And 100% make sure that before you put it away, you can wipe off the end of the glue so it doesn't have any on the outside. And then tighten the lid back on there firmly so that it doesn't get air in there. The air would dry it out. So here we go. We got our nose cone, and we're going to wait for it to dry before we do anything else with it. So here we are. We're done now with this whole first step, which is this piece, and this piece. So we're all done with those. In the next video, we'll move on to setting up on sanding our fins. Thank you.